Alright, Year 10. Today we're going to be looking at how to calculate the area of any triangle, and that's going to involve some trigonometry. So, triangle number 1 is here. Now what you'll know already is that to find the area of a triangle we can do base times height divided by 2. But that only works if the base and height are at a right angle to each other. We don't have any right angles here, so we can't do that. Instead, we use this formula, half AB sine C. And all that means is half times A, which is a side, times another side, which is B, times sine of the angle between them. This will make more sense once we've looked at this first example here. So I'm going to label up my angles and my sides. And then I'm going to use the formula. The formula says half times A times B times sine C, which is, and then times sine of the angle between them. All I need to do now is put that into my calculator. And that gives me 4.516914, blah, 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 blah. Because this is area, I'm going to round this to 2 decimal places. And because it is area, the unit is centimetres squared. Right, use that example now to have a go at this question here. So pause the video and give that a go. All right, so first step, you label up your sides and angles like that. Second step, write out your formula. Third step, substitute the values from the question into the formula. Fourth step, type it into your calculator. Fifth step, round your answer to 2 decimal places and include the units for your answer. You might well like to pause the video now and copy down any notes you need from this slide. Okay, so we're moving on to task 2 now. We've got some slightly harder problems involved. We've got some working backwards problems. The reason this is a working backwards problem is I'm told what the area is and I want to find a missing side. I'm going to begin in exactly the same way though. Let's label up. Let's write out my formula. Area was half AB sine C. After that, let's substitute in. So the area is 31.7 times 10 times B times sine 44. Right, let's just think about what's going on here. We've got 31.7 equals half times 10 times B times sine 44. We want to get to B equals. So to get to B equals, we need to divide by all of these terms. So we're going to divide both sides by a half. We're going to divide both sides by 10. And we're going to divide both sides by sine 44. So into my calculator now, I type in 31.7 divided by 1/2 divided by 10 divided by sine 44, and then when I do that I get this, 9.1267 equals B. So finally I'm just going to round that to 2 decimal places, so B is 9.13 centimetres. So we're using the exact same formula but we're going to work backwards. So as a reminder, because here everything is timesing, here we're going to divide. Right. Have a go at the question on the right hand side now by yourself, so pause the video and then we'll go through it. Okay, so with the question on the right, first of all, you begin by labelling your sides, something like this. Then we write out the formula, and this time round, we know that the area is equal to 16.5. We then substitute in. After that, this is a little bit harder. But this time I've worked out that half times 5 times 7, let me just highlight, this bit is equal to 17.5. So I've got 17.5 times by sine x, or sine x times 17.5. So now, if we divide by 17.5, we get this. And this is what sine x equals. Remembering you want to get just to x equals, so if we've got sine x, we do the inverse of sine, which is written as sine minus 1. We input that into our calculators and we get a final answer of 70.5 degrees. Okay, so task 3, and again just ramping up in difficulty a little bit more, we want to find the area of the triangle. Right, why can we not find the area of the triangle? It's because we don't know two sides. That's the issue. We need to know two sides. So let's see then if we can find side O. And we can find side O by using the sine rule, which we looked at a couple of lessons ago. So O over sine 85 is going to equal, we know n and n, so 15.7 over sine 67, and then we get this. We multiply both sides by sine 85. We input this now into our calculators. And when we do that, we get this. That means side O is 16.99 centimetres. So now I know that side, I can use the sine rule, because I can use half times side times another side. Then what angle do I use? I use the angle between them, which is this angle here. So to find this angle here, let's just use angles in a triangle. So it's 180, take away 67, take away 85, which is 28 degrees. So times 28, times sine 28, sorry. We input this now into our calculators. And when we do that, we get this answer, 62.6. Remembering, because this is area, my unit needs to be centimetres squared, super important. Right, pause the video now and have a go at the question on the right-hand side. Okay, so with the question on the right-hand side, I would begin, let me just get my pen out. I would begin by trying to calculate this angle here. Ultimately, if we can find this angle here, we can then find this angle, and that will give us enough information to work out the area of the triangle. So to find angle L, I've written out sine L over 9.6 equals sine 83 over 11.2. I've rearranged that, I've done all the rearranging in one step, and input that into my calculator to find that angle L is 58.3 degrees. So that's written over it there. I've forgotten I've done that bit already. Sorry, year 10 is 58.3 degrees. After that, I can find angle K. Angle K is 38.7 because we do 180, take away 83, take away 58.3. So now I've got all of that. I can use my area of a triangle formula, half AB sine C. So it becomes half times 9.6 times 11.2 times sine of the angle between them, which is 38.7, and we get a final answer of 33.6 centimetres squared.